Welcome to Curtis Goes Corner, coming to you from a hidden underground base in upstate New York. The underground is alive and well. Now we're going to show you here some short clips, and I'll make some brief commentary, very brief, on how the Republicans are schooling the Democrats on guns. You would think after some of these members of Congress have been there 20, 30 years, but this isn't about guns. This is about power and control. Let's listen.
And I'm going to run out of time, but I'll try to make each of these summaries brief because there are dozens of instances. Even though the media doesn't want to report them, sometimes they get reported. Just this week, last week, May 25th, 2022, Charleston, West Virginia. Here a man with an extensive criminal history started firing an AR-15 style firearm into a crowd. Fortunately, a woman who was legally carrying a gun was there to stop the attack. She shot the attacker. It ended before anybody got hurt. South Fulton, Georgia, May 3rd, 2022. A teenager started firing his gun at multiple people. There was a large number of people present at the park because of an anti-violence riot. South Fulton, Georgia. This comes from a news report. Meadows said the men involved in the shootout with Hambrick have been cooperative and will likely not be charged since the teenager fired the first shot. After having reviewed most of the witnesses' statements, it appears that the descendant, Mr. Hambrick, discharged his weapon first, and as a result of that, there was an exchange of gunfire between him and two individuals, good guys with the gun. Portland, Oregon, February 19th, 2022. Homeowner allegedly confronted participants at a racial justice demonstration Saturday night before pulling out a handgun and shooting multiple people in the crowd, leaving one woman dead and several others injured. The shooting ended when a person with the group of demonstrators who is licensed to conceal carry a firearm fired back, striking the homeowner in the hip. Again, a good guy with a gun stops the shooting. Lancaster, Pennsylvania, October 17th, 2021. On Sunday, October 17th, 4 people were injured after a fight between two teenagers at Lancaster Park. City Center Mall escalated into a shooting this past weekend. A 16-year-old who was illegally carrying a gun started the shooting, but it could have been much worse were it not for concealed handgun permit holder. A bystander armed with a gun intervened in the shooting one of the participants. The unidentified bystander who legally possessed the firearm had heard gunshots related to the fight between two males that knew each other, police said. The bystander remained on the scene until security and police arrived.
You got Chicago.
Now let's check out the new press secretary, who probably has the common sense of a sewing thimble. Peter Ducey asked her a straight question. Let's listen to this stupidity.
Chicago, for example, they already have plenty of very strict gun laws, some of the strictest in the country. 47 people shot there over the Memorial Day weekend. 9 of them died. So which law would have prevented any of that?
All right, well...
Do we think that all these people in Chicago who are shooting each other are legally buying their guns?
So here's a couple of examples for you. I was just talking about the red flags law. There are some examples here of how they've prevented tragedies. In California, a study showed that California red flag law has assisted in the prevention of 21 mass shootings between 2016 and 2018. Florida, since passing a red flag law in 2018, there have been notable cases of the law intervening in multiple cases of potential violence. In Connecticut and Indiana, for every 10 to 20 preventions under the red flag laws, there was one fewer death than would otherwise have been expected. So when it enacted, it does help. There are things that we can do, and one of the things that the president talks about with expanding the background checks, if we're able to do that, we are going to take more guns out of the hands of criminals, and that is incredibly important. So there are things here that can be worked out, that can be done, that is not going to prevent every tragedy, but will take us to a better place so we can protect our family.
Let's see, red flag laws to stop criminals from getting guns. Was this woman stupid? And then supposedly 20-odd mass shootings they prevented with the new red flag laws. Oh, really? Okay. Those are imaginary. They never took place. It's just hypothetical. And I'll show you this last clip here. It's a Republican congressman trying to explain to the mental pygmies of the Democrats on his committee the ridiculousness of the new gun law. Watch at the very end what the Congress member says to this congressman.
21 round magazine. This gun would be banned under this bill. Here's a Sig Sauer 320. It takes a 20 round magazine. Here's a 12 round magazine that would be banned. It doesn't fit because it would be banned. This gun would be banned under this bill. Here's a gun I carry every single day to protect myself, my family, my wife, my home. This is a XL Sig Sauer P365. Comes with a 15-round magazine. Here's a 7-round magazine, which would be less than what would be lawful under this bill if this bill were to become law. It doesn't fit. So this gun would be banned.
I hope the gun is not loaded.
He tells him, I hope it's not loaded. Did you hear that? It's his house. Unbelievable. This is a Zoom meeting for Pete's sake.
I'm at my house. I can do whatever I want with my guns.
Here's a point of order.
Is exactly what the Democrats want to do. Now let's just take the policy objectives that they're trying to accomplish and look at the municipalities that have actually passed it. Maryland, Washington, D.C., Cook County, Illinois.